Have you heard the story of the 71-year-old man who went to bed feeling perfectly fine and never woke up? No warning, no hospital, just a normal evening, a goodnight kiss, lights off, and a morning his family will never forget. They kept asking the same questions. What happened? Was there something we missed? Could this have been avoided? After 70, the hours you spend in bed can quietly become some of the riskiest of your day. Not because sleep is dangerous, but because tiny nighttime habits slowly push your heart, your brain, and your circulation in the wrong direction. Strokes, heart attacks, and sudden death during sleep rarely come out of nowhere. Very often, the body has been under pressure for a long time. The scary part? Most people have no idea that the way they eat, drink, heat their bedroom, or even lie in bed is making things worse. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 common bedtime habits that people over 70 should seriously rethink. They look harmless. Many of them have been part of your routine for decades. But once you understand what they do to an older body, you'll never see them the same way again. Stay with me right to the end, because the last habit is something most seniors repeat automatically every single night, and it can quietly strain the heart and lungs for hours. You'll also learn simple, realistic changes you can start tonight to help protect your health and wake up feeling safer and stronger. Let's begin. Reality number 1. Loading your stomach before you load your pillow. One of the most dangerous bedtime patterns after 70 doesn't happen in bed. It happens at the table. A big, late dinner can feel comforting, especially if your routine is to eat while watching TV, then shuffle straight to the bedroom. Maybe you've done it for 40 or 50 years without thinking twice, but the older your body gets, the more that harmless habit turns into a hidden risk. After 70, digestion slows. Stomach muscles work less efficiently, the valve that keeps acid where it belongs is weaker, and hormones that help process sugar don't respond as fast. When you stack a heavy meal on top of that, your body spends half the night trying to process food instead of focusing on repair and deep rest. Instead of your heart rate dropping for the night, it stays higher to support digestion. Instead of your brain drifting into deep, restorative sleep, it gets nudged awake by discomfort, reflux, or a racing heartbeat. Think about those nights when you've gone to bed after a rich meal. Pasta with cream sauce, fried food, a big plate of meat, or a heavy dessert, and then woken up with burning in your chest, coughing, or the feeling that something is stuck in your throat. That's not just irritation. That's acid creeping up where it doesn't belong. Over months and years, regular nighttime reflux can inflame and weaken the esophagus, irritate the airways, and increase the risk of tiny amounts of food or acid slipping into the lungs. For seniors, that can lead to serious infections and breathing problems. There's also blood sugar to consider. A large, late meal, especially one loaded with carbohydrates, can spike glucose when your body is least ready to handle it. If you already have diabetes or prediabetes, those nighttime swings add extra strain to your heart and blood vessels. The solution is not to go to bed hungry. It's to move your heaviest eating earlier. Aim to finish your last proper meal 3 to 4 hours before lying down. Let your largest plate of the day be lunch or an early dinner, and keep the evening lighter. If you genuinely need something later, keep it small and gentle on the stomach. A little yogurt, a few nuts, some fruit, or a simple herbal tea, enough to take the edge off, not enough to keep your digestive system on night shift. Your body at 70 is not the same body you had at 30. When you respect that, sleep becomes safer. Reality number 2, turning hydration into a nighttime hazard. Drink plenty of water is good advice until all that water shows up at the wrong time of day. Many people over 70 spend the evening sipping tea, water, juice, or soup, thinking they're doing something healthy. Then they spend the night marching back and forth to the bathroom, wondering why they feel exhausted and unsteady in the morning. As you age, your bladder can't hold as much, the muscles around it weaken, and your kidneys keep working even when you're asleep. A big glass of liquid at 9 or 10 p.m. may not seem like much until it wakes you up at 1 a.m., then 3 a.m., then 5 a.m. Each of those awakenings carries risk. Picture this. You're pulled out of deep sleep by an urgent need to go. You swing your legs out of bed, stand up quickly, and your blood pressure drops before your brain has caught up. The room tilts for a moment. You grab for furniture in the dark. That brief dizziness, called a postural drop, can be all it takes for a serious fall. Hip fractures, head injuries, bruises that never quite heal. So many begin with a half-awake walk to the bathroom. Broken sleep also chips away at your health. Every time you flick on a light or look at your phone, your brain gets the message that it's morning. Melatonin drops, deep sleep gets shorter, and you spend more time in shallow, unrefreshing rest. Over the long term, this kind of fractured sleep is linked to higher blood pressure, weaker immunity, irritability, and faster cognitive decline. Many older adults blame old age for their memory slipping or their mood changing, when in reality, their brain is simply not getting the uninterrupted rest it needs. So what can you do? You don't need to stop drinking. You need to change the schedule. Front-load your fluids earlier in the day. Drink steadily from morning through mid-afternoon. Then, as evening approaches, start easing off. Think of 5 or 6 p.m. as the hydration slowdown point, especially if you go to bed around 10. At night, take small sips instead of full glasses. Be cautious with drinks that act as diuretics, such as coffee, many teas, and alcohol. They not only send you to the bathroom more, they can also irritate the bladder. Pay attention to hidden liquids, too. Watery fruits, broths, and even some medications contribute to your total intake. Once you see the whole picture, you can spread your fluids more intelligently across the day. If you're still watching and this is hitting home, type number 2 in the comments so I know you're here with me. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos on healthy aging and safer habits at night. Let's keep going. Reality number 3, turning your bedroom into a heat trap. When you're older, being cold can feel frightening. Many seniors turn the thermostat up, shut every window, and stack on heavy blankets, just in case. It feels comforting, but your heart and nervous system may be paying the price. After 70, your body is not as skilled at releasing extra heat. Sweat glands are less active, blood vessels don't widen as quickly, and your internal thermostat loses some of its precision. That means it's easier to overheat without realizing it, especially while you're asleep. In an overly warm room, your body has to work harder to cool down. Blood is redirected to the skin. Your heart beats faster. Your breathing may quicken. Instead of drifting into long stretches of deep sleep, you hover in a lighter, more restless state, waking up sweaty, thirsty, or slightly out of breath. Mild dehydration is another hidden danger. Even when you don't feel thirsty, you lose fluid through your skin and breath. Thicker blood combined with slower circulation is a risky mix for older arteries. It can increase the chance of clots and put extra strain on the heart. Imagine someone like Harold, 75, who hates feeling chilly. Every night, he sets the thermostat high, wears heavy pajamas, and sleeps under several blankets. He doesn't realize that his heart is working overtime until he starts waking up groggy, with headaches, and the sense that he didn't really sleep, even after 8 hours in bed. Cooling the room even a little could do more for his heart than another extra pillow. Most sleep specialists suggest a bedroom temperature somewhere around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or roughly 16 to 19 degrees Celsius. That may sound cool if you're used to a warmer space, but there are gentle ways to get there. Think light layers, breathable cotton or linen bedding, and a fan or slightly opened window to keep air moving. Aim for cool and cozy rather than hot and heavy. Wear soft layers you can easily adjust. Swap thick duvets for lighter blankets you can add or remove. Keep a small glass of water nearby so you can sip if you wake dry, but remember, not a full glass you'll regret at 2 a.m. The goal isn't to shiver under thin sheets. It's to give your body the temperature it needs to slide naturally into deep, healing sleep without unnecessary strain on your heart and circulation. Now, let's look at a habit almost everyone ignores, even though you spend hours doing it every single night. Reality number 4. Letting your sleeping position work against you. Most people think of sleep position as a matter of comfort. You like your back, or your stomach, or curling up on one side, and that's that. But once you're past 70, the way you position your body for the night can make a huge difference to your breathing, your circulation, and the load on your heart. With age, muscles in the throat and chest relax more. Lung capacity shrinks a little. Valves in the veins become weaker. If you spend 6 or 7 hours in a position that narrows your airways or compresses major blood vessels, your body has to fight for oxygen when it should be resting. Take back sleeping as an example. It's comfortable for many people, but it can be risky for older adults. When you lie flat on your back, gravity pulls your tongue and the soft tissues of your throat backward. For some people, this partially blocks the airway, leading to loud snoring, choking sounds, or pauses in breathing, classic signs of obstructive sleep apnea. Many people with sleep apnea have no idea they have it. They just wake up tired, with a dry mouth, morning headaches, or trouble concentrating. Meanwhile, their heart is working through mini emergencies all night as oxygen levels drop and surge over and over again. Side sleeping is generally safer, but there's a twist. Lying on the right side can put more pressure on the heart and may worsen certain circulation problems. In people with existing heart failure or lung issues, this position can make symptoms worse. That's why many experts recommend the left side as the friendliest position for most older adults. Lying on your left helps blood return to the heart more easily and lets it pump more efficiently. This position also helps the stomach sit below the esophagus, which reduces the chance of acid creeping upward. Think of someone like Daniel, 77, who had always slept flat on his back. His wife noticed he would stop breathing for a moment, then gasp loudly. He shrugged it off, until his doctor suggested trying to sleep on his left side with his head slightly elevated. Within weeks, his snoring eased, his morning headaches faded, and he woke feeling more rested than he had in years. The simple act of changing position reduced the strain on his heart and lungs every night. You can do the same. Use pillows as gentle barriers to help your body stay in a healthier position. A pillow behind your back can stop you from rolling onto it. A soft pillow between your knees can keep your hips and spine aligned, especially if you have arthritis. Slightly raising your head and upper chest can help keep airways open and reduce reflux. If you're still here and this final habit has made you think, write number 4 in the comments. It tells me you're not just listening, you're ready to act. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is a good moment to do it. Turn on the bell so you'll be notified whenever we share new videos on sleep, heart health, and life after 70. Final thoughts. Tonight, when you get ready for bed, remember this. Your nighttime routine is not just habit. It's either protecting your life or quietly putting it at risk. We've talked about 4 bedtime patterns that can be especially dangerous after 70. Heavy late-night meals, too much fluid before sleep, bedrooms that are too warm, and sleeping positions that work against your heart and lungs. None of these changes require expensive equipment or complicated treatment. They're small shifts with powerful results. So ask yourself, do you often go to bed feeling uncomfortably full? Do you find yourself making multiple trips to the bathroom at night? Do you wake up sweaty, foggy, or strangely exhausted? Have you been sleeping on your back for years simply because it's what you've always done? If any of that sounds familiar, your body is sending hints. It's not trying to scare you, it's asking for a little help. Here's my challenge to you. Tonight, choose one habit to adjust. Eat a little earlier. Cut back on late evening drinks. Lower the thermostat by a couple of degrees. Try settling on your left side with a pillow behind your back. Then, notice how you feel in the morning. Pay attention to your energy, your mood, your balance when you get out of bed. These small experiments can teach you more about your body than any lecture. I'd really like to hear from you. In the comments, share which habit you're going to work on first and why. Your experience might be exactly what another person needs to hear to make a change for themselves or for someone they love. If this video opened your eyes or gave you something practical to try, please tap like. Share it with a friend or family member over 60, and remember to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss our next conversations about staying strong, safe, and independent after 70. Thank you for spending this time with me. Sleep wisely tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.